Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to my automation series. Now, if someone should fill your Google form, you should get an email instantly and not 2 hours later. Let me show you how to build that in under 15 minutes using n8n. Now, let's just submit the form quickly. So I'm just going to write John as a name, email john@gmail.com. Phone number, I'm just going to put a random phone number. And the message, let's say I need 5 bags of cement. Sorry, T. I'm going to submit the form. And it said your response has been recorded. I'm going to go to my email. And I should have that mail sitting pretty on my email. Let's see that. I'm going to, okay, it's still loading. Let's wait. The network can be pretty slow. It's taking a while. Okay, and this is it. New form submission. Let's see the message because we filled it together. So let's see what we have in the message. As you can see, the time, John, email, phone number, I need 5 bags of cement. Instead of waiting for a long time to get the image, you have an instant message that you can take the customer's number and reply to. Now, let me show you how to build this using n8n. Let's get right into it. So let's continue. So first, we are going to go to n8n.io. We want to register or log in into the n8n platform. We are going to use the cloud version. It's the easiest to use. So we're going to come right here and click on get started, either here or get started for free. We're going to use the free version of n8n. Now it's asking for company's email. So let's put our email and click on submit. Now we said click on the verification code sent to this. I'm going to go to my mail and refresh my mail, and let me refresh again. Okay, it's still loading. Let's wait for it to come up. So I opened a new mail for this class. I don't want to use my former existing mail or where I already have the paid version of n8n. So let's refresh again. Okay, so I have my verification code here. Let me open it up. So I'm going to copy the verification code and come back here, and I'm going to paste it and click on submit. So now it said finish creating your accounts. So I'm just going to write my name. I'm going to use a password, or I can use theirs. For the sake of this class, let me just choose my own. Okay, and my account name, I want to use okay. So it said keep up with our constant improvement through our newsletter. You can decide to click on that or leave. Verify you are human, very important, and click on start free 14 days trial. So for the next 14 days, you'll be able to use n8n for free. If you like what you see, then you can pay for the version. So no thanks. Okay, so we're just going to answer some few questions. So let's wait for it to come up. You see, hi dear Mary. Answer these questions to get the most out of our n8n trial. So what is the size of your company? For this, only me. I click on OK. What team are you on? So I'm going to choose order because and click on OK. So let me just write education and I'll click on OK. Now it said, which of these do you feel comfortable doing? It's just using SQL to query a database. Where did you hear about n8n? Let me just do friends/word of mouth and submit. So now it said, invite team members to your workspace. Now, this is for team that want to share an account. So when you're going for the paid version, you can invite like 2 or more people and you can pay together. So for now, I'm just going to skip this. And it said, your workspace is ready. Start automating. So I'm going to click what? Start automating. And we are here. So this is where we are now. We are going to, we have 2 things here. Welcome Mary, create your first workflow. Run live demo, start from scratch. We are starting from the beginning. So we are going to click on start from scratch. And it will take us to a different UI. So before we start building, I would like us to create a Google form. It's the Google form that is going to act like our trigger. So first of all, come to this plus sign and just click form.new, and it takes us here. We are going to rename this form to customer inquiry form. So let's do that. Customer okay, let's make this in caps. Okay, and the first question here is going to be name. So let's write name. And for that, we just want a short answer and toggle on required. Add this. The next will be email. For that, short answer, scroll down and toggle on required. Next, we'll have the customer's phone number. For this, also short answer and toggle on require. And lastly, we are going to have the message. What exactly does the customer want to inquire about? For that can be, let's leave that paragraph in case the message is long, and click on required. Now, this is just what we need for this. Before we go on, come to response and let's link to sheets. So link to sheets, and we are going to rename this as customer inquiry. And click on create. Okay, so we have that. While that is loading, still come back here. And for this, click on publish and make sure it's on anyone with the link. We don't want to restrict it, and click on publish. So we are going to shorten the URL and copy it. Now I'm going to open the URL on a different page. So we can just answer the question to make sure this is filled. As you can see, it's empty now. So let's just fill it. So name, quickly write my name, put any email you want to put. Scroll down. I'm going to input a phone number, message. I need information about the price of, let's just say, iSense television. Okay, so I'm going to click on submit. So let me go back to our sheets, and we have that info here. Okay, now let's go back to our workflow. Now we want to bring in a trigger. Like the name implies, trigger, what starts the workflow, right? Now let's do this. It tells n8n when something has happened. So come to this, add your first step, build with AI. We click on the plus sign here, and we are going to take what? A Google Sheet trigger, meaning when an inquiry or when the Google Sheet is populated, send a message. So I'm going to click on Google Sheets, and we are going to choose this on role added, meaning when there's a new role added to the Google Sheets, the trigger is activated. So click on this, and this will come up. Now we have to sign into our Google. Click on sign in with Google over here, and it's best to make sure your Google is already connected to your laptop. So let's click on sign in to Google. Okay, so I'm signing in with this. So I'm going to click on this. It's loading. My network is a bit bad. So we are going to do this. Select or allow n8n access to this. And we are going to click on continue. Okay. So it has been successfully connected. Now we need to choose the document, and if you can remember, we renamed the sheet as customer inquiry form. So click on this drop down, and we are going to choose this customer inquiry form. And if you look at this place, what we have here is form response 1. Okay, so on your form list, click on the choose drop down, and we are going to click on form response 1. Now let's test it, and let's see if what we have here will populate. So click on fetch test event, and we have this. As you can see now, workflow executed successfully. Let's see what we have there. You can see that message that was here has appeared here now. We have the timestamp, the name, the email, phone number, and the message. So let's move on to the next. So you can close this down. We can adjust this a bit, and we want to create a set node. Now, that set node will help us to just organize our data. It's optional, but I just want us to learn it. So click on this plus sign and write set. And this is what we want, edit field set. So let's map this out. For this, we want to click on this drop down. There's manual mapping and there's JSON. We are using the manual mapping. So for the first one, it's going to be time. And where do we have time? This. You drag this to the value and we are good to that. Next, we are going to add again, add field, and write name. We have the name here. We'll drag this to where the value. Add field again. And for this email, drag the email to where? To value. You can scroll down, add field, phone number, and we're going to drag the phone number to where? Value. And last but not the least, add field, and this is message. You drag the message to where? Value. And we're done with this. Next, we want to bring in an email node. Reason, we are sending what? The email. Once the trigger picks up a data, it sends the data directly to what? Our email. So click on the plus sign and choose Gmail. This is what we are choosing here. And the action here we want is message. Operation, send a message. We have get a message, but we are using what? Send a message. Once a trigger, a data comes up in the Google Sheet trigger, send a message. So click on send message. And for this, we need to configure the email. So the subject here will be new form submission. Okay, let's sign in, please. So click on sign in. Signing into this. You can allow this, scroll down, allow this, and click on continue. Okay, so now what email address? So it's going to be Jerry or Jeremy 0610 at gmail.com. The email you want to receive the message is what you're going to put here. So we have the subject, new form submission. Now, how should the message look like? So let's come to message. So we are going to write, you have a new form submission. Okay, so we can click on this down here so we can have a broader view or you can still maintain what you want. So you have a new form submission. Now come to this arrow here and click on the drop down so all these can populate. So you can adjust this, or let's do this, just do this, shift enter. So we are going to drag timestamp to this place. As you can see, we want to arrange how the message will come. So shift enter, shift enter. So the first timestamp, shift enter again, click on this, then the name should come after the timestamp, shift enter, the email, click here again, shift enter, the phone number, shift enter, and lastly the message. So this is how the message is going to pop up in our email. You have a new form submission, and this, the name, the number. So we can just do this to make it better. Let's write time here. And come here. Let's write name. And this, let's write email. Yeah. Phone number. And last but not the least, message. Okay, so this is how it's going to appear now. When there's a new form submission, this will appear. Now let's test what we have done. So we can close this down and let's execute the workflow. You can see how it's moving, and we have what? Workflow executed successfully. Let's go to our mail and see if we have the mail in our mailbox. So Gmail, as you can see, let's see what we have. This is the message, new form submission. So let's open it. And you see this. You have a new form submission, this. Let's format it in the way it comes down. So let's go back to our workflow and come here. So let's edit this. Okay, it's properly arranged. Okay. Let's submit another form and see if we will get it directly on our email. So let's come to this, the Google form. Let's submit another response. So let's write, let's say Anita Gabriel, email annie@gmail.com, phone number 080, just random numbers just to fill the form, and message, I need info about the chair. Just write that and you click on submit. Okay, so let's make sure we publish our workflow. So click on publish here. publish. Got it. We don't need this. So let's see. Let's refresh. So we have our message here. You have a new form submission, Anita Gabriel, Annie@gmail.com, the phone number, the message, and that is it. So if you want this exact workflow template, just comment email system and I will share it. So this is a series of automation, and just like share the videos, and we're going to have more automation to come. Have a blessed day. Bye.